I'm always gonna rise in the big occasions. I always did in my whole career. You know, this is my moment, and I'm not letting Canelo take it away from me. Simple as that.
And Canelo, you've been the smaller fighter in a lot of your fights. Do you feel like you can bully this guy around since he's coming up 14 pounds?
I've been in his position before, and I'm not thinking about that. I'm just gonna do my job and take everything serious, and not thinking about if smaller or bigger. I always prepare myself for the best fighter out there.
This fight is on a massive platform. This could be the biggest audience that's ever watched one of your fights. Is it good enough for you on Netflix just to beat Terrence, or do you have to put on a show?
I'm a winner. I always thinking about the win, and I'm coming to win. And Netflix or not, I always coming to win. My mindset is different, and I'm very thankful with Netflix, with Turki Alashi, with all the guys involved in this fight, because for me, it's all about make history, and I'm glad to be here.
Who would you say is the toughest opponent you've ever faced, and where would you rank Terrence?
No, he's one of the top fighters I'm gonna face in my career for sure. He's a great fighter, but I have many great fights in my career.
And when you visualize how this fight's going to play out, what are we going to be saying about you and about this fight when it's all said and done?
I don't really know, because you expect something, and then other things come in the fight. But I'm gonna prepare myself for everything,
And Terrence, I know you guys were on Pierce Morgan recently and talked about what would happen if this was a street fight. I know you have a wrestling background. If this fight took place in Omaha on the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Yeah, I know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it on the streets. I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So that's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terrence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different. No, it's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
And a lot of people are watching right now. What's your message to your fans as we prepare for this fight on September 13th? Why should they tune in and watch this battle?
They know I always come to fight. I always come with my best. And I just thankful with them for all the support. And I hope them will be there watching or in the arena, cheering for me and enjoy the win.
And Terrence, the same question for you. I guess a lot of people will be showing up from Omaha and Las Vegas for that weekend. What's your message to your fans as you take on the biggest challenge of your career?
Listen, I just tell them, suit up. We're about to bring some more jewelry home, and it's going to be an exciting day for boxing. History will be made. Terrence Crawford will be the first male boxer, three-weight undisputed champion of the world, and I mean that.
He has a lot to lose in this fight, but you, in this day and era of boxing, that O is so important. Why are you risking all of that to chase Canelo Alvarez, that perfect record, that amazing resume you have?
Big risk, big reward. I'm a risk taker, and I ain't scared.
Any chance you beat Canelo and ride off into the sunset? Is this the way it ends?
I ain't even thinking about that right now. My focus is, September 13th.
You're still in your prime?
Still ready.
All right. And now we'd like to welcome to the stage from the Ring Magazine, please welcome Rick Reno, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they are fighting for. The brand new ring belt. This is for the undisputed 168-pound championship of the world.
For a mega fight of this magnitude, we wanted to create an exclusive mega belt. So we spoke to numerous companies all over the world and eventually settled on a top-tier company from the UK. This company often gets commissioned to create items for kings, for queens, jewelry, high-end medals for the British Army. And for the belt that Canelo has over there, we spent 100,000 pounds. For this belt, we upped the ante to 140,000 pounds. This is by far the most expensive Ring Magazine belt ever created, the finest gold, the finest craftsmanship. Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Bud Crawford are the two very best fighters of this era. But there can only be one, and only one of them is going home with this belt Saturday night, September 13th, in Las Vegas. Watch it live on Netflix. I thank everyone for coming out. See you in Las Vegas.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first stare down between these two champions as we get set for September 13th, undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. And of course, the last time these men went nose to nose was after Canelo beat William Skull here in Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All smiles then. Today, a little different story. Undisputed glory on the line. Once in a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. We'll see you Sunday for the second leg of this three-stop world tour. So long from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.